Mr. Adam Schiff. Sounds like Schiff. Is in the firing line this week. Let's have a look at Mr. Schiff, shall we? Well, his stance on Trump has kind of been well documented by the Portal people. Received and supported by the treasonous Portal people, I might add. But let's look into his background, shall we? We may unearth some more repeating patterns. Adam Schiff, born in Framingham, Massachusetts, son of Edward and Cheryl Ann Glovsky Schiff. He was raised in a Jewish family. Oh dear. While he was an assistant U.S. attorney, he gained attention by prosecuting a case against Richard Miller, a former FBI agent convicted of passing secret documents to the Soviet Union in exchange for a promised $65,000 in gold and cash. It's funny, Mr. Schiff never spoke about people in his own party doing deals and secrets to Russia, China and Israel, isn't it? Schiff voted in favour of the 2003 invasion of Iraq, which was based on faked evidence and was another agency-based plot. And Schiff was asked if he regretted voting to invade. He said, absolutely. Unfortunately, our intelligence was dead wrong on that. On Saddam at the time. Clearly, his judgment is suspect. That suspect judgment cost 1.8 million people's lives. Yet curiously, despite being a former US attorney, has not requested those who posted that false evidence and false intelligence to be investigated or prosecuted. Nothing. Oh, sorry about that, we got it wrong. And no consequences? With near 2 million people dead? This is what's wrong. People don't ask the right questions. They look to the headline. When, yet again, who was prosecuted for that false evidence? Nobody. Because nobody asked. Schiff has currently been working on the fantastic program that's going to help so many people in California of reducing helicopter noise. Woo! By proposing legislation to force the FAA to study and regulate helicopter noise in Los Angeles. And he drafted a bill, the Helicopter Noise Relief Act. That's going to feed lots of people, isn't it? And Schiff worked with Senator Dianne Feinstein, no surprise there, to push the FAA to act. I would think California has far more pressing problems than helicopter noise, but links with Feinstein is suggestive, is it not? Now, Schiff was appointed as the House Select Committee on Benghazi in 2014 by, it's that link again, Nancy Pelosi this time, to serve as one of the 5 Democrats on the committee. And Schiff had participated in the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence Investigation into the attacks on the Benghazi diplomatic compound, which found that the initial talking points provided by the intelligence community again were flawed, but without an intention to deceive. Yeah, right. And that diplomatic facilities across the world lacked adequate security. No, those people were sacrificed, as we all know. And yet again, the same intelligence agencies were involved. So now Mr. Schiff has stated twice he believed our intelligence agencies acted wrongly and yet as a US attorney, neither of them he pursued. The latter of which left 4 Americans dead, and yet no actions were taken. Suppose he has the same stance as Hillary and just shrugs his shoulders and says, what difference does it make? Well, it makes a lot of difference to those 4 American lives and the 1.8 million Iraqis' lives that have been wiped off the face of the map. In 2015, Schiff supported the Saudi Arabian-led intervention in Yemen. Intervention means bludgeon. Saying the military action by Saudi Arabia and its partners were necessitated by the illegal action of the Houthi rebels and their Iranian backers. You always got to throw Iran in. You'll find out why shortly. But was that decision based on intelligence information as well, Mr. Schiff? That has cost 233,000 Yemeni lives, Mr. Schiff. So that's 2 wars you've voted for that has cost 2 million people their lives, and thousands of other injured, and hundreds of thousands homeless. Schiff has also been a forceful proponent of debating and voting on a new war, not content with being part of killing 2 million people. He wants to go against ISIS. Based on what, Mr. Schiff? Faulty intelligence again? What if the intelligence group that are giving you the alleged intelligence are the actual group you're going to fight against? Oops. Schiff has also been a prominent supporter of national defence spending, has voted for every increase in the defence budget over the course of his career. On March 22nd, 2017, an interview with Chuck Todd on MSNBC, Schiff claimed that there was more than circumstantial evidence now that Donald Trump's campaign colluded with Russia. That proved to be false as well, Mr. Schiff, didn't it? Not doing very well, are you? Schiff is a supporter of Israel. Oh my. And on December 2016, Schiff urged President Obama to veto UN Security Council Resolution 2334, which condemned Israeli settlement buildings in the occupied Palestinian territories as a violation of international law. Then in February this year, Ilhan Omar tweeted, "It's all about the Benjamins, baby," in reference to the American politician's support for Israel, and invoked the American Israel Public Affairs Committee, AIPAC. And many Democratic leaders, including Schiff, condemned the tweet, which was interpreted as implying that money was fueling the American politician's support of Israel. And Schiff said it was never acceptable to give voice to or repeat anti-Semitic smears. It's also not acceptable for people to support a sadistic foreign country's leaders and their genocide plans either, Mr. Schiff, including their own people. And after the news that the CIA concluded that the Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman had ordered the assassination of Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi, Trump said there was insufficient CIA evidence to link bin Salman to the murders. Schiff, the top Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee, was briefed by the CIA on the agency assessment. Of course he will. and stated afterwards that Trump was being dishonest about the CIA findings. Yet given that agency's previous record of false information, yet suddenly Schiff jumps to protect the CIA. An all too common trait as reported in the recent From Russia with Love show. All too eager to protect interests in Israel and crimes done by the CIA and the old system. We'll be back shortly.